Someone told me that if I had pain in my mouth and my gums, I could just snap a pill in half and hold it up to where it hurt. And it worked for a little while, but now I've got this weird, like, coating of something all over. They, like, tore all the skin off and then had to grow it back. Weird.
I think you need some chapstick.
Not on the inside of my mouth.
Welcome to the interview show. This is Scott Wood, your host. Today, I'm lucky enough to be speaking with P.O.S. Thanks for coming on the show.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
All right, the album is called Never Better. That sounds like a guy who's very proud of his work. Is that the truth?
Yeah, I mean, that's one way of looking at it. And I think that was a way that I was knowing that people were going to take it, but also the vibe is more like, how you doing? Never better. You know, it's like that kind of thing. Or it's the vibe of nothing's ever getting better ever. You know, I feel like mixing all those up makes it so it's not necessarily somebody who's just coming out all cocky. But give you more to think about, maybe.
I guess that's kind of mixed emotions. I was going to ask you what it's like to be a guy who's feeling at the top of his game.
I'm feeling on my way to the top of my game. I don't know if I'm quite there yet. It's my third record, and you know, a lot of people say that bands or rappers' first records are the best, and I'm trying to make sure my last one is. You know. I like the seatbelt. P.O.S. Doomtree where the world ends at the end of your block, and them little whirlwinds spin friction round the clock. I'll be savage, hunt and gather the average, rather cadaver. Cockback hammer, splatter matter all over. Cell phone and calendar, no peace. Yeah, in the middle of a war zone, middle of the North, slow, no sleep. Yeah, this ain't down on the down low, fight with a dream I creep. Yeah, I'll see the friends, I don't need to speak. I'm paranoid like a man in the land of the free. To set up and let us burn and turn sheep. Damn, stop with the octagon, top your block. I'm going off the rock, the songs, the more locked here. Just a little bit of prison creeping up on us. We don't listen to the reason anymore of us. These days, we look for our ways of right to go. Okay, here, let's be clear. For the record, I did not sign up for lockdown. I'm gonna get a shock and I'm so bored. Y'all must have forgotten who you were dealing with. Nothing less than oppression, so naked, so crystal clear with a trust. Absolutely moving nothing but Doomtree. Step up your thought game lane. We're all first. They leave us no option. Walking these streets here, just watching these preachers speak from their pockets. These teachers, bring it back, come on. These teachers reach, but can't stop it. Seedlings so poisoned, so lost, and follow these prophets to nonsense, tossing what's right to the dust. And I ain't no casualty, got no surface for spotless morality. My dirt might have to cover up my grave, but I keep my fear of faith and filth clutter up my cave. Got me looking for disinfectant. God, I'm bored. Y'all must have forgotten who you were dealing with. Nothing less than depression, so naked, so crystal clear with a trust and absolutely nothing but Doomtree. Step up your thought game lanes. Well, let's get more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's get more. Hey, this is P.O.S., and you are currently listening to the interview show.
Okay. Drumroll, We're All Thirsty is one of the main songs on the album. The video is set in a war zone, so given what you said before, can you talk a little bit about conflicted feelings in P.O.S. these days?
Yeah, I mean, as far as, like, inside of myself, kind of conflicted feelings?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, somebody actually was just bringing this up. It's really good. Is just the whole vibe of stepping out of being like I was called a political rapper for a while, and kind of, you know, backpack or indie rap and all that stuff like that, and kind of just moving toward being somebody who's just rapping, and it's unclassifiable, but it's personal and it's relatable and all that stuff. I don't know if there's any kind of answer to it. It's just something that bounces around on my brain when I'm writing. I want to make sure that stuff happens.
I guess.
The video has a lot of chaos in it, so I was wondering if that was sort of like the inner maelstrom of P.O.S.
Oh, no. I don't know if it's... I don't know if I like to relate so blatantly in videos and things like that. I feel like that video was intended to kind of relay the chaos of the song and make it noisy and still show that it's rap music. I think that's what I was stepping out trying to do, is make a rap song that uses probably the most unconventional beat possible and let the chaos go. And the song itself is about being... I guess the song itself is about being in a place where chaos is just absolutely normal, and you just gotta kick it out, learn how to breeze by, you know?
Yeah, nice. So I was hoping that you could compare Audition with Never Better.
Cool. I gotta start with the first record for that. Ipecac Neat is the first record I made, and all the songs on it are real sloppy, you know? I mean everything I'm saying, but I'm definitely coming into rapping.
Okay, frustration takes a fast cat and slows him down like a bullet forced through layers of disgusting Biggie Smalls fat. Still gets the job done, but only now it takes like 10 gun claps to stab the fat of just one. The effort of a bullet through a hero's cheesecake armor doesn't make him less a hero, more a metaphor for life. My effort works in full clips, only hero is a farmer, cause he helps me fatten up, and that's my bullet and strike, you know?
Definitely starting from, you know, a beginning point on that record, and you can tell that, like, as a rapper, I haven't developed my skills yet. As a producer, I haven't quite harnessed them all yet. Audition, I feel like, is over harnessed. You know, I feel like I was so careful to make sure every word was right in place and the beats were exactly where they were supposed to be. And
first of all, fuck Bush. That's all, that's the end of it. Second, give it up to RSC for hooking up a kid. I got the two best, the newest plus the truest Doomtree. Rhyme sayers entertainment. You know the name. Rep for quality control from your boroughs to your borders. Dropping hack MCs off balconies like Tony Rocky Horror. The baby dangling, words hangling, hottest. That's the bandit off the back of the neck of my son's mom. P.O., you know the dirty one, disturbing categories. The matador in black, killing bullshit allegories. Provide the herky beats and stories make them get up,
it kind of came off with this kind of glisten to it that I like the record and I like the songs, but I don't like that kind of shine that it has. And when I set out to make Never Better, I wanted to make kind of the meanest, loudest, prettiest, what is pretty. Just I wanted everything to be pushed as far as I possibly could, and I did not want it to have that kind of coating of shine on it. So I feel like the main difference between Never Better and Audition is the fact that I managed to make songs that are put together as cleanly and nicely as I wanted to without actually having that sharp, polished kind of feel to it, and have it still be real raggedy and jangly and kind of held together by itself. You know, that's what I was hoping for, instead of some slick mastering job to make it catch and be poppy.
You're a rapper who has his roots in punk rock, and I'm sure you get asked about this all the time.
I do.
But I wanted to ask you what you think went wrong with the rock rap, considering that you don't want to be associated with it at all.
What went wrong with rap rock is that it started. What went wrong with rap rock is it started. I feel like it's so stupid.
Walk This Way wasn't a bad song.
Walk This Way was not a bad song. Rage Against the Machine have all kinds of really great songs. And, I mean, there are some people that, when they make it, it sounds natural and it sounds normal. And then there are other people that kind of take the breakdown from a rock song and then they get a dude to rap on it. And I think typically what happens poorly in a rap rock situation is they're rock dudes and then they start rapping. And the rapping comes off kind of corny and sometimes kind of mock rappy, you know? And then the music ends up just being this tough guy, flex your muscles, jump around kind of shit. And I feel like the problem is trying to make it that way. You can't set out to, let's go and combine this by taking this piece of this and this piece of this. I feel like it's a lot more effective if you just take the spirit. I feel like what I do with my songs that give them the rock element, I guess, is I don't have riffs in my songs. I have, like, you collect the feelings that you get from a punk song or a rock song or a hardcore song. You take the feelings and you take the energy and the spirit, and then you kind of put that in the beat, and you put that in the delivery. And that way I feel like it comes off in a way that isn't forced. You're not trying to jam two things together. You're just taking little elements of this and little elements of this, and if they work, they work, and if they don't work, you don't make that song, you know?
I'm trying not to slip, been trying not to lose footing. Loose land keeps that pressure on my kicks. But when I fall, I tend to land like a ton of bricks. Stand like a man made of concrete and sediment, like your skin. Nobody needs it, there's bones, muscle, and blood. What's realer than fat and tendons? It's raw, no soft tissue to draw your eyes to it. So far, flesh ain't the truest at all, let's rip into it. We all sick of the missed shots, passed over like the last man picked. No team, so that's not honesty, that's just soft curves. Got your world flipped, got you making mixtapes for girls. And that's the skin again, let's blame the skin again. Stretching itself so fluidly over these awkward ligaments. And I didn't shave today, I probably won't tomorrow, when it's safe to say I'm never gonna shed these extra. Yeah, so back to the wall, crush it, laugh at them all, hush. Let them try to find the beauty in your face. Yeah, something more than a song hating. Oh, come on, dust, let them try to find the beauty in the bass line.
Oh, when the words don't change, we don't sing, but one fade away. Yeah, we do our own damn thing. We don't blink at what tomorrow might bring at all. Oh, when the words don't change, we don't sing, but one fade away. Yeah, we do our own damn thing. We don't blink at what tomorrow might bring at all.
In us we trust, no rush for bucks, no sweat, just enough. Them words from love, no hits. I let the track stand, like how it was written is how it hit me. A road cycle kids with the grip, the skid fixies. A rogue wild kid with a stroll that let it roll like whatever. They kick that gingivitis, them rappers got the itis. Catch me bumping ISIS in a crisis, instead of watching y'all counting lead sheep at the same time. What's the science of that? I know that it's sweep where the movement is at. We in that coma capital, spotless home team with hands steadily Purexed, but never quite clean. Bloody as hell, rarely will I care for that. I don't know, man. Wall, crush it, laugh at them all, hush. Let them try to find the beauty in your face. Yeah, something more than a song hating. Oh, come on, dust. Let them try to find the beauty in the bass line.
Oh, when the words don't change, we don't sing with one fade away. Yeah, we do our own damn thing. We don't blink at what tomorrow might bring at all.
Back to the wall, crush it, laugh at them all, hush. Let them try to find the beauty in your face. Yeah, something more than a song hating. Oh, come on, dust. Let them try to find the beauty in the bass line.
Oh, when the words don't change, we don't sing with one fade away. Yeah, we do our own damn thing. We don't blink at what tomorrow might bring at all.
Hey, this is P.O.S, and you are currently listening to The Interview Show. I think everybody saw that when Limp Bizkit and Korn and all those bands were like coming out with like real rap-based rap songs and stuff like that. It comes off really kind of silly sounding, I think, especially these days. And a lot of times also when rappers try to go out and make their rock songs and stuff, it just comes off sounding amateur, you know? It comes off sounding boring and amateur and silly. And the plan isn't to set off doing it like that, man. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. I don't try to make rap rock songs. You know?
And I'm not saying you make rap rock songs, but I just want to sort of get your idea on, I want to get your thoughts on genre, because hip-hop can sometimes be looked at by its fans in very strict eyes.
I don't think about anything in strict eyes anymore. I'm an adult. I'm 28 years old. When I was 14, I really gave a shit about what bands did what. Sorry. And I really cared about, you know, if a band is like, I don't know, a good example is, I don't know if there is a good example. You know, Botch broke up, and then those guys started Minus the Bear. You know, and a lot of their hardcore fans were like, what? But no. You know, there's other bands that are always going to make the music you want to hear if you're stuck in a box, and hopefully there will always be bands pushing out of those boxes. and that's what I'm always checking for, what I'm always listening to.
Yeah, you make your own beats. Well, let me put it this way. You do your own beats. On this record, it's very, very evident which ones are done by you, which ones are done by the other guys. Yeah. So I was wondering if you could talk about your relationship between the beats that you make and writing lyrics for them, and then working with the other guys who make more standard, traditional hip-hop beats.
Yeah. I feel like even those standard ones aren't that standard. Paper Tiger makes some pretty standard beats. Laserbeak makes sort of standard beats, but they're still kind of, the progressions are longer. It's not a 4-bar loop, it's like a 16-bar loop. Things like that. It's always kind of more advanced.
And I say standard in terms of contrast with yours.
It's all good. I think working with Laserbeak keeps me rooted in a way that is necessary. If I didn't have Laserbeak making about half of every record, I think these records might fly right off the deep end in a way that would be harder to catch and bring back. You know, I don't know if I feel like there's always a need for a partner. You know, there's always need for someone to check your beats and be like, whoa, or check any song and be like, whoa, what are you trying to do? And it's good.
When you do it for yourself, what's keeping you in check? What's giving you sort of that direction?
I don't think anything's keeping me in check when I'm making my beats, but I'm talking about on the whole for an album. If I did, especially Never Better, if I would have produced every song on this record, it probably would have been a lot harder to listen to. You know what I'm saying? The half that I did kind of push in ways that I really was looking forward to pushing. And Laserbeak, the second half of the record, he made most of it, and he totally caught what I was doing musically and pushed in that way, but he kept it super grounded in the basics of like boom bap, and that I feel like that's what saved the record for me. That's what makes the record listenable for a lot of people to have A and B on it. I can get a beat from him for a song like Goodbye and have no problem making a song that's sort of catchy and has a sang hook, and I can rap about whatever the beat's grabbing me at.
Another day, another dime, another state, another mind. 48 moves to choose, but no matter the coast, we all toast the same PBR. So much settling for ours. There's so many lives and so many lines waiting. There's only so much time, so many die patient. So many skate only where the ice is thin. We too nice to not dive in right after them. We too right to not sway, a little wiggle from the path. Middle up, foot up on the gas, like the past is the rear view. Last laugh lands on the man with the plan to do all that he can, to do all that he can. And we all save face in the face of our friends, and we all bend backwards to make amends, and we all take chances that change us. Simple with yourself.
And Laserbeak, the second half of the record, he made most of it, and he totally caught what I was doing musically and pushed in that way, but he kept it super grounded in the basics of like boom bap. And that I feel like that's what saved the record for me. That's what makes the record listenable for a lot of people to have A and B on it. I can get a beat from him for a song like Goodbye and have no problem making a song that's sort of catchy and has a sang hook, and I can rap about whatever the beat's grabbing me at. And then I can make a song like Never Better where I produce it.
Dragging a lake, dragging a kettlebell, nothing ever gets done. Nothing ever just makes, so much dismantle, nothing ever gets done. Never people in place, every never is now, every never is now. Find a base, hold your space like a Spartan. Never fill in the blanks, let them hang in the ranks, let them crowd up, never cut to the chase. Let's skip to the bullets and blades, watch them get loud, take a title, the credits. Every never is now, every never is now. Clear the space, let it out.
It's really super angular rhythm and noise on top, and it doesn't sound like they're both too far away from each other, because, you know, he's really good at listening to what I'm up to, and I'm really good at listening to what he's up to. I don't know if that answered right.
Yeah, no, it's great. If I was going to ask him what makes for a good P.O.S. beat, what would he say?
He'd probably say the beats that he usually makes, only maybe more scaled back. You know, he makes the king bangers. He makes a beat that is based off of a bass line, a break, additional drums, additional samples, and then him playing all types of instruments on top. And then, like, key beats that he's made for me, such as, like, Let It Rattle or Purexed, are all about just building, you know, and building to the big part instead of having it start off huge. And I think that me and him found a really good stride working together on this record.
I'm on a vision quest with the best western, the best dressed wreck in the hotel lounge. Found out that the message message in the bottles, the booze, that my brain is infused, but I got shit left to do, so to keep waiting, so just be patient. I'm not sure how or when or from whom, but I got this funny feeling I'm in for big news. Took a walk to cool off, come down and collect clues. Sky rests on the overpass, cracks the foundation, passerbys' faces, they don't look like mine to me. Though I've been told that we're related, that we've got the same fear of death, the same basic debts, the same, that we're branded with a secret in a language we can't read on the boarding spirals of a couple double helix. Panic in a phone booth, love in a parked car, broken bottles like corpses of the fallen stars, and valets are the only ones that in modern America remember how to run. It goes Delta, Epsilon, Sigma, Sigma, Alpha.
Is there anyone there?
Delta, Epsilon, Sigma, Sigma, Alpha.
Is there anyone there?
Distress message coming from the city kids. I read it in the smoke signals from their filtered cigarettes. It's all boredom and bitterness. Shot the riddle until it does a legitimate business, making kids keep still.
Yeah, but still ain't motionless. Test the restless hands for shakes and see the flutter when the patience breaks. I keep time with the crickets in 4-4 and gangster lean sirens in 3. The trouble speaks beats.
Double Dutch sounds a bit like dots and dashes. I sit for a minute trying to understand the pattern, but that's not Morse code, man. Y'all just double-handed.
Trouble landing, tricks so roll. Fuck it, whatever gets your blood up. Rip that sidewalk, sounding like a click track cut up. Wind speaks to wall, makes the frame creak. Ghost in the house, wakes the baby. It goes
all day, come on, moving all day, come on. Is there anyone there? All day, we got it all day, come on. Is there anyone there? All day,
Delta, Epsilon, Sigma, Sigma, Alpha. Is there anyone there? Delta, Epsilon, Sigma, Sigma, Alpha.
Is there anyone there?
Okay. Never better, thick skin, thin sweater, spinning grins at a dirt whistle wetter. Flirt, this'll get her hurt, this'll sever word. Stop, pop, lock the fuck out. Duck ain't got a buck like the luck's out. Who makes a living giving plasma? Nickel thin kids spilling smoke about the asthma anyway. Who paves the way when you can save your slave and make $1 out your veins? He times about the weeks, patterns for the sheep, sleep walking to the beat, keep talking to the loose leaf, silence to the creeps, violence from the beef teeth, trying to find a new leaf. Science over time to find my climb up and recline. Speaks fine, whatever. Ain't nothing but a rumble in that belly, but you're starving's what you're telling me. Oh, I'll be on the corner eating nothing a la mode, staring at the stoplights, trying to break the code. Love in a phone booth, panic in a parked car, static in the signal, scars that communicate all day. In every witch with sitcom wit, handle the stitch, hit the switch, it goes
all day, and it's all day. We keep it moving all day, and it's like, is there anyone there? All day, and it's like all day. We keep it moving all day. Is there anyone there? All day, we keep it moving all day, come on. Is there anyone there? Is there anyone there?
Hey, this is P.O.S, and you are currently listening to the interview show.
I read that you romanced Dessa, who's part of your crew. What did you guys leave each other with in terms of lessons learned in hip-hop?
Lessons learned in hip-hop. Me and Dessa haven't dated or been a couple in years and years and years, like 4 or 5 years, you know, a really long time. But in the time where she was coming into the crew Doomtree, just having a female around makes you watch what you're saying. And I never said like bitch in rap songs. I never really said that stuff anyway. But if there was anything that was questionable, I wasn't gonna say it anymore, you know. And I think she taught me a lot about relying on the words as much as the style. See what I'm saying? Because she is entirely based in words and grew her style because of that. And I think maybe I probably left her with probably the exact opposite, you know, of letting it be more style, letting some style get in and not letting it be so strict about words. I don't know. That's probably a decent answer for this. But during our relationship while we were dating, we were both pretty adamant about not letting us dating do anything to the songs we were making. It did, but it was like she wouldn't come to me and be like, help me with this song, and I wouldn't come to her and be like, what do you think of this? So the duration of us dating, we would both rely on other members of Doomtree for that kind of stuff, and it took us not dating anymore to actually start bouncing things off of each other.
Cool. Okay, for Audition, I was reading press that you did where you were talking about the persona of P.O.S. as being an albatross around your neck because it was taking you away from home and, like, quote-unquote, normal life. you've got a son and you're on the road now for 6 months of the year. So I was wondering if you could tell me the last time you talked on the phone with him, what did you guys talk about?
Last time we talked on the phone with him was a couple days ago, and last time we talked on the phone was a couple days ago, and he played the Audition mantra melody. The da, 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 da. He was at a guitar shop called Twin Town in Minneapolis, and he played it into the phone. You know, we laugh. I mean, I'm not. You know, I'm not trying to like get into all the extreme details, but we definitely laugh and we have a good time. He comes out to shows, and every time I'm on a very long tour, he tries to come and visit, him and his mom and her husband, or just him. You know, see.
Going back to the quote "never better," now that you're a guy that's like at the top of his game,
on my way to the top of my game.
Right. Thanks for the correction.
Yeah.
Now that you're on your way to the top of your game, is the P.O.S. persona still an albatross, or how have you worked that out?
I've worked it out by being more strategic about the touring that I do, A, and B, getting to a point where, as a human, as an adult male in the real world, just getting better at communicating with my friends, and trying and being more active about trying to communicate better with my friends. Touring as heavily as I tour, if you're not aware that it is eating your life, will just eat your life. And then all of a sudden it'll be 2 years later and you ain't got any friends and you don't know how to talk to people in conversations and stuff like that. So I feel like just, you know, I keep really good friends around. You see Isaac over here filming. You know, we've been friends since junior high, and, you know, almost everybody in here is somebody that I've known for a while, or at least spent a good amount of time with. So that's important, is just keep really good people around me. Hey, this is P.O.S., and you are currently listening to The Interview Show.
It was buried under a flask and caught peeking from the bottom of a glass. All this nonsense, innocence, common sense, consequence, indulgence in bourbon. This herb between city kids is disturbed. I look around and see the same shit from her. She could just sit silent, watch her life just pass by in a blur. Ain't it funny? We can sneak into our lives and then stir over the perfect things to say and then just choke on the words. Everybody wanna be the next, everybody wanna be in step, everybody wanna fuck, everybody want the consequences to play defense. Everybody's got shit luck, everybody wanna move to their own beat, everybody wanna make a dent. Every girl is looking for the next best thing, every boy's in love with his girl's best friend. Everybody hates me, everybody wanna fight. We can't stand it without the sun, but can't sleep in the moonlight. I'm right there with you, sinking in my own skin. I got the clothes and the jaded grin. I'm at the bar or the coffee shop, but I don't like drinking and I fucking hate coffee shops. I'm off to stop the world. This bitch feeling like it's off the world. This ain't amusement, I'm a loser. It's bullshit. 2 cents, but everybody seems to have the same change, but can't break my 5 up. 2 cents, but can't spend nothing if I'm holding the cup. It's like, come down and just breathe in and out. You feel a whole lot better, close your eyes. If you can't see them, then they can't see you. Right, close your eyes. I can never be what I wanna be, nothing but a man. Nothing deeper inside of me, nothing I can understand if I try. And so I try to get a grip, a hold, a handle, a hand. I can never be what I wanna be, nothing but a man. Nothing deeper inside of me, nothing I can understand if I try. And so I try to get a grip, a hold, a handle, a hand. And it's strange to think it might break, scratch, crack, silence, face. And it's strange to think it might break, scratch, crack. I live in the city like any other. We all live alone. The only difference is we don't seem to know it. Frozen and lonesome when it's cold. In the summer, gotta wait for the loathing, holding our posture so low. And we drink so there's not much worth noting. Strolling so vacant, so shaken, so ghost, so gone, so mistaken, so broke, so complacent, so worn out, so worn out, so worn out, so full of doubt, so full of restraint, so full of that self-control, or the lack thereof, that we doubt the soul. Come down and just breathe in and out. You'll feel a whole lot better, close your eyes. If you can't see them, then they can't see you. Right, close your eyes. I can never be what I wanna be, nothing but a man. Nothing's evil inside of me, nothing I can't understand. If I try, can't, so I try. Get a grip, so I handle.